Christianity is not only a belief system. It is a living history written across continents, cultures, and centuries. Long before churches were grand, before cathedrals touched the sky, faith was carried by footsteps, whispered prayers, and sacrifice. This documentary is not about religion as an institution. It is about places. Places where faith endured when empires collapsed. Places that shaped the moral and spiritual foundation of the world. Our journey begins in Jerusalem, a city unlike any other. For Christians, this is where the central events of their faith unfolded. The life, crucifixion, burial, and resurrection of Jesus Christ. The Church of the Holy Sepulchre stands over what tradition holds as Golgotha and the empty tomb. Within its walls, history, theology, and devotion intersect. Pilgrims have walked these stones for nearly 2,000 years. Some arrived barefoot. Some arrived broken. Many left changed. Jerusalem teaches Christianity's first lesson: faith begins in suffering, not power. Just north of Jerusalem lies Nazareth, a quiet town where Jesus spent most of his earthly life. Here, Christianity reminds the world that its foundation was humility. Not palaces, not armies, but obedience, work, and silence. Nazareth tells us that greatness in Christianity begins unseen. From the Middle East, we travel west to Europe, to Vatican City. Beneath the vast dome of St. Peter's Basilica rests the tomb of the Apostle Peter, a man who denied Christ, yet later died for him. The Vatican represents structure, doctrine, and continuity. It reflects how Christianity organized itself to survive centuries of persecution. Whether admired or questioned, the Vatican remains one of the most influential spiritual centers in human history. Rome itself tells another story, a darker one. In the catacombs beneath the city, early Christians hid, prayed, and buried their dead. They worshipped in secret, hunted by the Roman Empire. Christianity survived not because it was protected, but because it was believed. Christianity's story does not belong to Europe alone. In Ethiopia, the city of Lalibela stands as one of the greatest achievements in history. 11 churches were carved directly into solid volcanic rock. Not assembled, not built upward, but excavated downward. These churches were created as a new Jerusalem, a sacred alternative when pilgrimage to the Holy Land was no longer possible. Ethiopia adopted Christianity in the 4th century. This land proves Christianity was global long before globalization existed. On a remote peninsula in Greece lies Mount Athos. For over 1,000 years, monks have lived here without interruption. No cities, no modern life. Only prayer, fasting, and silence. Mount Athos represents the inward journey of Christianity. A faith not focused on expansion, but transformation. In the desert of Egypt rises Mount Sinai. According to biblical tradition, this is where Moses received the 10 Commandments. At its base stands St. Catherine's Monastery, one of the oldest continuously functioning Christian monasteries in existence. Here, faith meets law, and belief becomes responsibility. In France, Chartres Cathedral rises as a monument to medieval faith, built by hands that believed their work was worship. Every stone laid with intention, every window designed to teach scripture through light. In England, Canterbury Cathedral marks the evolution of Christianity across cultures. It reflects reform, conflict, and adaptation. These sacred places are not relics of the past. They are anchors. They remind humanity that faith shaped laws, inspired compassion, restrained power, and gave meaning in suffering. Christianity did not spread by the sword. It spread through conviction, endurance, and hope. These sites still stand, not as monuments to power, but as witnesses to belief. The stones remember, and so should we. Christianity did not remain confined to its birthplace. It crossed deserts, oceans, and empires. It adapted to cultures without losing its core. and in every land it entered, it left a mark. In the city once known as Constantinople stands Hagia Sophia. For nearly 1,000 years, it was the largest cathedral in the Christian world, a symbol of theological depth and imperial power. Hagia Sophia reminds us that faith and power have often walked together, sometimes in tension. Armenia holds a unique place in Christian history. It was the first nation to adopt Christianity as a state religion. Churches here were built in times of invasion, genocide, and exile. Yet faith endured. In the deserts of Egypt lies Wadi el-Natrun, the birthplace of Christian monasticism. The monastic tradition born here shaped Christianity globally. Discipline, humility, service. On a remote island off the coast of Ireland rises Skellig Michael. Monks climbed steep stone steps to live in isolation, surrounded by sea and silence. These communities preserved Christian manuscripts during Europe's darkest centuries. Faith protected learning. In Spain, the pilgrimage route to Santiago de Compostela tells another story. The Camino shows Christianity as a journey, one step at a time. In Russia, Orthodox Christianity developed a deep spiritual identity. Faith shaped national consciousness. Even under oppression, belief survived. Churches closed, but faith remained alive in homes and hearts. Christianity continued its journey beyond Europe. In Africa, Asia, and the Americas, it encountered new cultures. Yet in every region, local believers shaped Christianity into their own voice. It belongs to those who believe. Christianity also spread through words, translated into hundreds of languages. Faith adapted, but its message endured. Today, Christianity faces a different challenge. Not persecution alone, but indifference. Yet across the world, believers still gather, still pray, still hope. Christianity is not sustained by stone alone. It is sustained by belief passed quietly from generation to generation. Empires fall, cultures shift, but faith remembers, and the journey continues.